as we end the year of 2016 and enter the year of 2017, I'll look back and think about all my regrets and all my happiness of the year because let's face it, no year is completely happy and yet not completely bad either. Of course, I could be wrong. I mean, there are those people that have only seen despair and those people that have only seen happiness. Then again, I do not believe complete happiness exists. But I also cannot believe that complete depression exists. Although, I think it all depends on how you live. Sometimes I wish I was a different person and lived in a different way so I could understood the meaning of life. But because of my autistic spectrum, that is pretty difficult. So I look back and decides to rant about all things negative and all things positive that I felt have happened this year. And I also go for the things that have happened to me and only some things that have happened in real life. One of the negative things, well, we cannot deny all the celebrity deaths from everything from David Bowie, much recently Carrie Fisher, to even a very unknown Funimation actor known as Cole Brown, I think that was his name, to many, many more. Yeah, no, also no Prince, but I didn't listen to his music so much. It's no denying that it almost has felt that there have been no that 2016 has been a year where the greatest of the greatest just died. We also have some young ones. We cannot forget that Anton Yelchin left us early. May his soul find rest in the afterlife. In fact, sometimes I wonder about the afterlife. What is actually the afterlife? Is it a way where we die the age? I mean, when we die in a age of old, or if we accidentally die young? Is it possible then that the afterlife we are in that age forever? If that's the case, then dying young is not so bad. However, as I said, we do not know. We can only live, and then when we pass away, we think about it. But still, a lot of these legends, and I'm not going to count all of them, I'm sorry, have left us has really been a depressing situation. In fact, as soon as David Bowie died, we almost could have certainly counted that this year of 2016 should have been depressing. Then I'm about to talk something that has not happened in the real world, but has happened to me. I used to, well, work, so to speak, almost like work placement, and I got some well, not inspiration. I got some advice from a production company once upon a time. It was pretty well known here in my home country in Sweden. Alas, that company went out of business, and that shocked me greatly. It's almost like the saying that my countries have no faith in the media. And we cannot forget the president election. But I'll sum that up with one line I did not do a video about. So this a line from Star Wars, mind you, which is also, I think, a double hint. So this is how liberty dies, with thunderous applause. Manga. Don't get me wrong, manga has been very good this 2016. I just feel I cannot get over my betrayal. I mean, I'm feeling so betrayed by Enshiro Oda. He promised 2016 to be a year of Sanji, and I misunderstood that. I thought the year of Sanji would be Sanji kicking ass and destroying one person. No, this was just a year of making Sanji suffer as much as possible. Not to mention, a lot of manga artists succumbed to the pressure that is manga. It's after all a very dangerous job in Japan. So yeah, it's been some manga has really been a very big sadness. Of course, we cannot only count celebrities. I'm very certain someone else must have said goodbye to a loved one, whatever of old age or something else. It's never good to say goodbye to one's love. So, as I said before, may they rest and may they find peace, because what's after is their road, is perhaps a road of their own again. Then it's loneliness. I mean, I don't know about you, but I felt very lonely this 2016. I've almost realized my limitations and yet I don't do anything about it, both by choice and by accident. I just don't know how to break out of a loneliness anymore. And then we're gonna count some few positive things that has happened in the real world. We cannot forget the video games. A lot of artists have made many videos about the top 10 games and stuff like that. I don't video game as much as I used to, which by the way I hate, but it's the truth. But I cannot, for, I mean, I cannot deny that I never could put down my 3DS once I played Pokemon. That's for me the best game of this year. And Final Fantasy 15 finally got released. At long last, that shows a little bit of hope of video game companies. Then, well, now I'm probably only talking about myself again, but I got a second job, and given how I don't know the status of my first job, it's very good to get a second one, and it feels like it's going well. So I hope it will go even better in 2017. Then I finally went on a date with a lady. I'm a shy person, and I don't think ladies find me attractive. I mean, it's not that I go out on dates so very much, nor the fact that I search for one, but I sincerely sometimes think that ladies don't find me attractive. Is it because of my long hair, or is it because of my plain face, or is it just because of my sarcastic voice? Who knows? But I went on one date with a girl. Date went well. Unfortunately, our history ended pretty badly, but that was only my fault. So I've taken that as an example. Then it's movies. The animations of the movie industry has not disappointed with Zootopolis and Moana and many, many more. Not to mention so many, many different animes. Although I'm not gonna count that anime everybody else count. So 2016 has really felt a very good in both movie in America and anime in Japan. As the only thing I wish is that politicians watched more of these shows and animation, because wisdom that will guide you toward a new tomorrow exists in them. That's actually one of my video about what I felt is a regret and what is my happiness. Of course, most of my happiness was probably what has happened to me, but that's just how depressing even further this 2016 been. I cannot see what else positive have happened. So if anybody is watching this, what do you think have been your most depressing moments in 2016, both in the for all the public and for yourself? Or what do you think have been the most positive, both for the public and for yourself? Give me your thoughts if you have any. And and as I said now, hopefully a happy new year. And hopefully a star, just like a light, will shine and guide your day toward tomorrow, because tomorrow the new year rings in.